Hello people and welcome to yet another episode of Sandmans Tackle Time. Today we're going to do one on this fella, the line dispenser. If you can remember going back into the video that I've just done, the one on cod rigs, I did say that if there was enough interest in the line dispenser, I would do a video and show you how I actually made this. By Christ, have we had some interest. That's to say the least. It's never stopped. It's still coming in now. Emails, messages on Facebook, etc, etc. It's just coming in. So the support is absolutely fantastic. So, as promised, today's episode is going to be on how to make your own line dispenser. The best thing is, me and Steve's put our heads together. I've bought the materials to build another one of these guys, and I'm going to give you the chance to win it. Absolutely, totally free competition. I'm going to give you the chance to win it. This is what will happen. As long as you've liked and subscribed to our YouTube channel, that's Sandmans Tackle Time, doesn't cost you nothing to do, it's totally free, you then qualify to win this. The competition runs as this. I want you to guess how many grams this weighs, my personal line dispenser. Not the one I'm going to make, this one. That's complete with line, exactly the way this is now. How heavy does this weigh in grams? I don't want answers in pounds, ounces, tons, no. I want it in grams. The person that's nearest or hits it bang on will obviously win it. If I get 2 people that say the same answer, 3 or 4 people, etc, etc, say the same thing, your names will be put into a hat. I'll do a video and you can actually watch us pick the name out of the hat so you know this, it's all fair and above board, and we'll go like that. I'm willing to post this to anywhere in the United Kingdom. The reason I'm saying that is that we've got quite a few supporters out there in Singapore. Thanks to a couple of good friends out there. You know who you are. Many thanks for your support. You're absolutely fantastic. And so please, the lads in Singapore, don't take that the wrong way, but sending this thing to Singapore would cost me an absolute fortune. And I'm not really going to go there. So you'll have to help us. If a lad in Singapore happens to win this, please help us with the postage. Anybody in the UK, I'll pay for the postage, no problem at all. So the only thing that you have to do is like and subscribe to Sandmans Tackle Time on YouTube. You then qualify to place a bid for this, and that's that. That's all you have to do, and then we'll go from there. We'll announce the winner. I think Steve's on about letting this competition run till Sunday or Monday next week, somewhere around there, and then we'll announce the winner, and we'll go from there. Anyway. That's enough about the competition. We'll head back on this line dispenser. The reason I made the first dispenser was because, like many of you out there, no doubt, you've had a spool of line lying there, a spool of line lying there, you've left spools of line in your bag, in your tackle box, in the shed. Basically, cutting a long story short, there's been line all over the house. And there's no worse when you sit there and you're making a couple of rigs and you're looking like, oh, where's that line gone? Where's the shutter gone? And you stand there like a spare one at a win. What do I do? So I thought, wait, why not build a line dispenser like something like this? It's in one place. If I want to make a couple of rig bodies, I've got the heavy duty stuff down there, £70 blue marlin. If I want to make a couple of hook snuds, there it is there, £6 amnesia. If I wanted to go to £60 hook snuds, there it is there, £60 amnesia. If I wanted to refill my rail, there it is there, £25 yellow marlin. Basically, it's all here in one place. I know where it is, and that's great. And if I want to change it, simply all you have to do is you just pop the bars out there. As you can see there, that dowling bar comes out, you add on to what they are, and then you just simply push that back in. Push that in, boom, there you go. They're all there, it's all handy. The aluminium that's on it is there, apart from the couple of hooks, apart from that, it's just there for show. I just thought I'd dress it up a little bit. Black and chrome always looks, or black and silver always looks nice together, and that's all that's there for. So the one that I'm going to build will have this on, be painted exactly the same way as this. It'll look just the same as this, basically the same size and everything. And it's yours if you can guess the weight of it. Anyway, let's get on to building that. I'll put this down here out the way. Feel like Blue Peter, one I made earlier. Anyway, what do you need to make it? Here I've got 18mm thick plywood, exterior plywood. I've got these lengths are pre-cut. Now, If, like me, you haven't got access to a big bench saw, you can go to Maxwell's, DIY, believe it or not, yes, Maxwell's, go to there with your measurements. I have actually got the measurements wrote down, bear with us, they're just here. There it is there, you don't have to zoom in, that's fine, I'll read them out here. All what you want, if you want to have a go building one of these yourself, is, that's your side pieces. There's no rocket science in this, it's very easy to build, very, very simple. There's your two side pieces, and them two side pieces there are 210mm that way by 400mm down. So that's 210 across by 400 down. You want two of them. There they are there. That's your side plates. We'll leave them there. This is your base. Your base is 440mm that way by 280mm that way. Just so I've got that right. Yes, I have. That's your base. Now you've got your back. Your back is 440mm that way by 400mm straight down. That's it. Now the price. £4.54. Pre-cut everything. All I've had to do is just drill the pilot holes and I'm going to put it together for use, for the benefit of you at home, and that's it. £4.54. Cheapest chips. That's all it cost. So you haven't got the clerk on of finding a saw and all the rest of it. £4.54. All them cuts are at a perfect 90-degree angle. The box, when it's built, will go together perfectly square. Let them do the hard work for £4 a fiver. You know, it's for now, man. It's for now. Anyway, so that's your timber. You want some PVA glue, a drill, a hacksaw, some screws, a couple of drill bits. That's your wood dowels. I think I paid £3 for all of them. But we'll talk about them in a bit. And we'll go from there. Right, here we go. How to construct it. What we're going to start off first is get the base, and what I've done, just to save time, people, if you'd like to come and have a look, is I've pre-drilled the holes. They're just pilot holes, that's all I've done. I've just equally spaced them out and pre-drilled them, and I've countersunk them, because what I want to do is, when you've got a screw like that, I'll quickly just show you. If you can see there, the head of that screw's pretty much flat to the bottom of there. And that's a good thing. The other thing I forgot to mention is these feet. I got these feet, me and I were last at the Metro Centre at the weekend. I called it the park of tools through there. It's just handy, that's all. I've seen these in the pound shop. You'll never guess how much. £1. Anyway, and these are just feet, and all you do is you've got to put one there, one there, one there, one there, and that's your feet done for the base of your thing. Anyway, back to this. So that's your back plate, and that's your base. I'm going to quickly put some PVA glue across the bottom of this. Bear with this because I'm no joiner. Alright, now I've got that there. I'm going to put that onto the bottom like so. Get your screws ready. Right then. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'll quickly, all I'm doing is I'm just putting screws in. And I'll show you in a moment, once I've gotten a couple in, exactly what I've done. The screws I'm using are 1.5 inch or 2 inch, one of the two. Quickly that around just so you can see what I've done. I'll move that drill. So all I'm doing is I've put 2 screws in. Getting much, I'm just getting on with that one now. And I'll quickly get this one in. Lovely. Right, I'll have to turn this around because that'll get in the way. Right. That's over that. Right, so if we have a look at the base, there it is there. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. PVA glue, it's got 4 screws in it. So we're now at that stage there. Honestly, there's just no rocket science in this at all. Next, you've got your sides. We're not going to quite put them on there yet because there's a bit of work that needs doing. But your sides, you're going to have one there. Then you're going to have one there, like so. But first of all, we haven't got no holes in for your dowel. So what we'll do is, we'll lift that and we'll just put that down there for the time being, just so it's out the way. On that spoiler line. Right. This is an old cut off, just a scrap piece of wood because I don't want to go straight through. I mean, it's an art work table I've got anyway. Right then, you've now got 2 pieces of wood. As you can see, one's marked out 20. Just want to come in and have a look at that. One's marked out 20, 15, 15 and 10. The reason for that is because you've got your 20mm dowel, which is going to go on the bottom one, followed by a 15, a 15 and a 10. So you're going to have your big kilo spools of line on the bottom, followed by your 4-ounce spools on the next one up, followed by another 4-ounce spool, because your 4-ounce spools, let's face it, probably the most common spool of line that you'll find, like the 4-ounce version. So I thought it would be a good idea to put a rack of 2 of them in. So you've got your 4-ounce spool, and then you've got a little 10 on the top, and that's for the likes of your hook snuds, amnesia, spools, etc, etc. So we'll put them there for the time being. Here is my drill. As you can see, it has got a 20mm flat wood bit in there. And we're going to now go straight through there. But what you're going to do is when you're drilling this, watch what I'm doing. Don't go all the way through, and I'll show you a little bit why. So we'll plonk that onto there, like so, right in the middle. Make sure that's not touching there. What you want to do is once you've gone about halfway through, turn it over and look on the other side, and you can see there's a hole. Now, if I was to go from that side and work all the way through from one side to another, when I come to the other side, I'll just get tear out. It will look very untidy. Now, it doesn't have to be a furniture piece. This, at the end of the day, it's a tool in a way, if you would like to call that. But you want it looking half decent, didn't you? So, halfway through, stop, turn your piece of wood over, and repeat the process again. Put the drill bit into the hole that's already come through, like that. There you go, one perfect hole. Lovely. Right, that's that one done. The next is a 15mm. There we go. Give another 2 15mm holes in this one. We're getting there. The next one's 10mm. Right then, as you can see, there's all your holes. Nice, neat and tidy. So like I said before, you've got your 20. 20, which goes into there, followed by your 15 goes into there, followed by your 10, which goes into there. It's fantastic. Alright, I'll leave them to one side. Now then, before I drill the other one thing I forgot to mention is when you come to finding your centre of this, all you want to do is if you can get your timber like that. I did have a tape measure, but my lovely daughter's walked off with it. So you've got a ruler here, and you put that dead in the middle like that, and as you can see that was 21 wide, so obviously 10 and a half. So we've got there where you can see there it's 10 and a half or 105 mil or 210 for the total width of it. Obviously you go into the middle. Once you've been in the middle, put that one to that side. As you can see there, I've marked it out where you're going to drill it. So working from the top, your 10 mil wants to be, that there is 42 mil from the top. Then working from your 10 down onto your 15 is 75 mil. Working from your first 15 to the next 15 again at 75 mil. Now you're going to come down with your big kilo spools. So working down from that one to the big kilo spools is 120 mil. That there, so that'll give you about a bit time. I'm just grabbing the spool. If you can imagine that being, I'll just see it. That's it, right, that's bang on there. If you can see there, you've got what, that's about 5 mil. So when you've got the bottom come like that, at least sort of turn no problem. And that's that. Right, anyway, so we'll leave that to one side. We're finished drilling the holes on that one. Now then, before you come to drill the holes on the other one, what you want to do with this one is you only want them to countersunk, maybe that's a better way of putting it. You don't want to go from one side to the other. That's a no-no. I'll show you what we're doing there. So, you've got your, well, we've still got the 10, and so we'll do the 10 first. So, put your 10 in. One thing that you could do if you wanted is you could always put a little mark. We know that that's 18 mil thick, so let's go in about, let's go in 13 mil. There it is there, and we'll just put a little mark there. You might not be able to see that on the camera, but I can see that there. Right, so, yep, that's great. Right, and we're going to go into the 10 first, 13 mil. That's lovely, that. Right. I know you're going to end up with a little bit of a hole there. There's nothing you really can do about it. You always put a bit of wood fill over the top of it, ready for painting, but I wasn't really worried about it at the end of the day. Anyway, so that's your 10 done. Take that out. We're now on your 15 doing. Just double check that, make sure that fits just nice. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right then, so 15, 15, and now up to 20. That's absolutely brilliant. Just brush that off there. Right, so as you can see, we've got your 10, your two 15s and your 20. And as you can see, we haven't quite gone all the way through. You can block these up if you wish. I've just left them by the time the painted. You didn't really see them. A couple of Ziploc stickers over the top of that, essentially 11 arts there. Right, so that's that. We'll move that to one side. we'll now get the bit that we glued up earlier on, and we're now going to put the sides in. So you're going to have one there like that, and obviously we're going to have the other one at the other side as well. So just been get myself that little Makita drills there, about 100 quid out of B&Q. Get a couple of batteries with them. Lie on, very light, very powerful, nice piece of kit, very handy. Right then, I know you can't see what I'm doing at the bottom here, but if you just like to see, all I'm doing there is I'm getting the screws ready to go in like so, as you can see. I'm also going to PVA glue this. We'll do the back first and go from there. Right, so there's a 20 at the bottom, we're going to go up to there. So get the PVA on the bottom first. There we go. There's no problem with putting too much on, because PVA glues, it's just water based. Just put a piece of cloth in, a damp cloth, and it'll just wipe off. Right then, so that's that. And here we go. Right then, we're now at that stage. Like I was saying to you before, just a damp cloth, and you just wipe off the excess, no problem at all. Right then, now that we've done that bit, we'll flip it over. And we'll put the same in the bottom, which is also 3 screws. I'll actually turn around so you can see these ones going in, so you can see them. Just bear with us. Oh, that's tight. That's lovely. That's absolutely spot on. Very tight, very tight. As you can imagine, you can see that you're looking at it like that. And it might look a little bit rough, but if you can imagine, by the time you get your edging on, like that. Lovely that, man. Spot on. Right then, so that's that side. And now repeat the process on the other side. So I'll put the screws in. So that's where we are at the moment. I'll quickly just want to take off the excess. This stuff dries clear anyway, like, so that'll be absolutely fine, no problem. Right, that's where we are at the moment. Right, no, we're nearly finished. Anyway, so turn that upside down. We'll go to there. we'll connect the feet like so. Got a couple of screws here. Can you believe that the screws that they've given us with the feet don't actually fit the feet? That one's gone on okay. Right. So, there's your feet on. All them sides has been screwed up and PVA'd. What I always like to do now is walk away, have a quick cup of tea, by half an hour or so. Give that PVA a chance to go off a little bit. It sets very quick, this stuff, believe it or not. So what I'll do is I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back in about half an hour and we'll put the bars in and etc and paint it up and all that, and we'll go to the next stage. Right people, welcome back. As you can see, we'll give this a good half an hour or so. The glue, it's very solid. It hasn't quite gone off completely, still a little bit bits and bobs of white here and there, but it's very solid. I'm quite happy to work on it from now. Anyway, the next stage for this is actually putting in your dowels and cutting them to size for this. So what we'll do is we'll work on the big fella first, the bottom one, which is the 20mm. And as you can see, that one goes in there like that. I'll quickly get a pen. And what we're going to do is we're just going to mark it around like that. There's that one done. We then get one of the 15s. That can go into there, like so. Repeat it again. Go around. There's that one done. Another 15. If you watch what I'm doing, I'll just put the pen on. Just turn the bar. Right, I keep on saying there's no rocket science in this at all. Then the little guy, the little 10mm on the top, for the likes of your hooks, snuds, amnesia, and stuff like that. So I'll put the pen on and spin it around. So that's where we are right now. Right, so we'll take them back out. There, I'll put this to one side. That's the paint that we're going to use. If you are going to have a go at this and you fancy painting and all that yourself, I got this paint from Wilkinson's and it cost us £3.73, I believe. I think it was on sale at the time. So anyway, we'll put that to one side with that because that's coming next. All what I've got here is a mitre block with 45 and 90 degree angles. There is our 20mm. We'll put that into there with the hacksaw. What could you use that for? Oh, a braid puller. You're fast, you're fishing same South Pier or some heavy ground, you're getting fast. Take that down with you, drop it in your box, wrap your braid around it, pull, save you slicing your hands. There's a top tip. A Sandman top tip. Right, anyway, that's that one. I'll put that down in the corner, out the way. And obviously, we're just going to repeat the process another 3 times. This is your 15. Right, we're now done with that for the time being. We're done with the saw for the time being. We'll bring the and we'll just get some lines. Right, so we've got some lines. Here we're just going to do a quick test, because if there's anything wrong I'd rather know now before I painted it up than at a later date. So we've got a kilo spill, 4 ounce spill, 4 ounce spill, and that's a little amnesia on the top. So that goes in first. There we go. Spot on. Now you're 15. Spot on. Now your next 15. Spot on. Now your 10. Spot on. That's absolutely great. I'm very happy with that. So there's the sides, as you can see. What you can do now is you can shove that to the end. You actually have room for another kilo spill. The way I always like to do, I like to have my shocker, because if I have like £70 blue marlin, one I use it for shock leader, two I use it for rib bodies, so that would go there. And the main line I happen to be using, if it's in the winter, obviously I'm up to £25–30. I think this is 25, that's how you know. So that would get its place there. So I want to reload all my reels with new line. It's all there, fresh, ready to go. And then you've got place for your 4 ounce spills. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I reckon roughly, I think you get about half a dozen 4 ounce spills on each bar. So you'd be talking 12 spills of whatever you use, 12 4 ounce spills I might add. And when you go into the amnesia, if you're a fan of amnesia like yourself, Christ, how many have I got on mine? I mean, it's endless. You probably, what, 10, 15 spills, easy, all on there. And it's just all in one place. That's, you know, it's all in one place, ready to go. Anyway, we're going to strip this back down, because that went quite well. While I'm talking about blue marlin line, I have had quite a few people asking us about it. So while we're here, I'll quickly hit onto it. Blue marlin line can be purchased from one shop only, and that's UK Hooks, Mike at UK Hooks. A good mate of mine, well actually a couple of good mates of mine, Geordie Hope and a lad called Gus McGee, had been using this for a very, very long time, well before I'd even seen it. And I happened to see one of their rigs and I was like, oh, what's that line that you're using? Because believe it or not, the blue will glow and light up in the dark. It's a strange stuff. Anyway, I had a feel of it, it knotted up lovely. Oh, it's a fantastic line. For those that know Geordie Hope and Gus McGee, they use nothing but quality gear. They're really good anglers, very good anglers in fact. So if they were using it, they must be doing something right, so I tagged along. So here we have it, as you can see. This here is a kilo spill of blue marlin 70. You can buy this stuff, I believe it goes from £8 to £100. They retail to your door, I believe, I think I paid about £35 to me door, which I don't think's too bad for a kilo of line. It's a big spill. There it is there. Anyway, so that was the shocker. I wanted something slightly lighter for hook snuds, 60. That's what that little fella is in the middle, that's 60. Then I wanted a line for me main line. So this one here is me 20, slightly lighter, that's 20 there. And that one there's 25. Again, they're the same price. I think they retail for about £35 a your door, which isn't too bad at all. What we tend to do is, the lads at the club that I'm in, same Sandman Club, for those that know it, I'll come into there every now and again. I'll say, right lads, we're putting an order into UK Hooks, just to keep the postage down, rather than paying, I think it's about a fiver, £4.55 for your postage. Everybody just puts in 50 pence, 10 bob, and it's a lot cheaper. We can do it that way as well. Another thing that UK Hooks do, which I will be talking about in the near future in a rig, is a hook that is virtually identical to the Sakuma Manta Extra, but it's half the price. In fact, it's a little bit less than half the price. Just as sharp, absolutely strong as out. Very, very strong hook. But again, it's a lot cheaper. And that's what this is all about, isn't it? Saving a few quid. Anyway, so we'll put this line tidy dispenser to one side. We're now ready for paint. This paint that I've got here is satin finish. I just happen to like a satin finished. I just like to add that while the cover was stopped, I did quickly brush this over with a piece of light sandpaper. Just to knock off any little snag ends or anything like that. So we're getting this paint from Wilkinson, so we'll quickly go in with a brush first. If you'd like to just watch what I'm doing, I use the brush on the corners just so I can get right into all the edges, like so. There we are at the moment. We're just there. I'll quickly put that paintbrush to one side and we'll load up this roller. I got this roller from Wilkinson's as well. It was just £1. To be honest with you, it'll be used on this job and nothing else. I'll just throw it away when I'm finished with it. Right then, now what we'll do there, people, is obviously you don't want to watch me paint the whole thing, but I'm going to walk away from this and give this a good 45 minutes. It's actually worked out quite well because I'm going to go and do the skill run, so that'll be great. Because what I'll do is, I'll finish off giving this coat and I'll walk away from it and I'll give it a second coat. I always believe that 2 light coats is better than 1 heavy coat. So I'll come back after that, give it another coat of paint, leave it to dry, and then I'll roll the camera again where I'll show you how to put on all the aluminium, the roller on the front, and make it look pretty, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you in the next 5 minutes or so. Bye bye. Hello people, and welcome to the final part of Sandman's line dispenser. Shortly I'll show you how far I've gotten up to. After I've done that, we're going to finish it off. It's very nearly finished. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the competition. And after that, that'll be the end of another Sandmans Tackle Time. Anyway, if you can think, just the last time I was on with this, I was on painting it and I was making it look pretty, this, that and the other. And I said I would give it a second coat, this, that and the other. I've done that, and I've been applying some of the aluminium that goes around it. The reason I've been doing the aluminium, it's very tedious. It does take quite a while to put on. I would have been backwards and forwards in and out the shed, this, that and the other. So I just decided to do that and put it on. I've left a couple of pieces off so I can show you how I've put them on. It's just with hot glue, very simple, and we'll go from there. I'll see what you think. So, hey, this is where we're up to. Da-da. All what I've done at the moment is I've put on a couple of spools of line so you can see that it's perfectly functional. Here we've got all of the aluminium around. I'll quickly turn it around. There you go, as you can see. I never ever pour it across the bottom. I actually, on mine, I haven't even got it going down the sides to the back. but on this one I've put it on. It was a little bit spare. The couple of the joints that aren't really perfect, but keep in mind all it's for is just to dress it off, just to make it look pretty. That's it. And what I've done with the rods on the inside is I'll just pull this one out. It's got a couple of spools of amnesia. All that is wood down, cut the length. If you remember, I showed you how to do that. Very simple, just cut the length. And I've just getting some aluminium tape. There it is there. Chrome tape. I actually use this stuff to cover me spinners when the mackerel are in, stuff like that. You can make your own flies with it. So I just thought, well, just to carry on the colour thing, I'll make them silver. So I just coloured them all into that. Anyway, I'll leave that to one side for a while. We'll put this back in. Put a couple of spools of amnesia back on. And that can pop into there. There you go. So as you can see, very briefly, there is your kilo spool of line, a 4-ounce spool, another 4-ounce spool, and your 2 spools of amnesia on the top. Right, all I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply the ruler. There it is there, the ruler goes there, like so. And then we've got this last and final piece of aluminium, which is just going to go there like that. And I'm just going to hot glue it. I'm not posh, I haven't got a hot glue gun. This is actually what I used to stick rod tips on when I'm replacing the tip rings, so that a bit lighter. So we're not posh here. Anyway, so here we go. I think I'll do the ruler first. It would be a lot easier if I had a hot glue gun, but unfortunately I haven't, so I'm just going to put a blob there. A blob there. And a blob there. Lovely. Right. What we'll do now is I'll quickly reheat them up. And there we go. And I'll just pop that into place, as you do. Fantastic. Right, again, I'm going to repeat the process with the final piece of aluminium. That's that. Right, very briefly, there we go again. That's that. And now just simply plonk that onto there. And add a little bit of force, hold it down. Put them to one side. And that's it, boys and girls. That's it. Like I keep on saying, the aluminium is just there for show. Ignore that was my phone. It was just for show. That's all it does. And that was it. It's all finished. So, I don't think there's anything more I can really talk to you about that. It would accommodate another kilo spool at the bottom. I think you would get around about 12 4-ounce spools on that, 6 on each tray, thereabouts. And a nation of the small amnesia ones across the top. So a very handy piece of kit, keeps everything in one place, doesn't look too bad. Happy days. Anyway, let's hear on to this competition before I go. This competition is going to go live Monday coming. and it will run for 1 week. I want you to bet, I should see it, place a guess on mine. There's mine, there. And I would like you to guess how heavy mine is in grams. Not ounces, not pounds, nothing like that. Grams. How many grams does this weigh as is? That's exactly the way it is now, with all the line exactly the way it looks now. I'm just going to put that on a set of scales and measure the weight, and that's that. Right, whoever gets the nearest or hits the weight bang on will obviously win it. If I get 3 or 4 or 5 people getting the same weight, your names will go into a hat. I'll do another video and I'll do it fairly and squarely, so there's no cheating out like that and you can see us actually do it. The postage, I will pay for anywhere in the UK. Outside the UK, please help us out with the postage. And I think that's just about it. The only other rule is your subscription. In order to apply for this competition, you must have subscribed to Sandmans Tackle Time. It's absolutely free. If you subscribe, it just helps us keep these videos coming to you. It helps us out a little bit, that's all. So please subscribe, subscribe on the YouTube channel. As I keep on saying, it's totally free, it doesn't cost you a penny, and it goes a long way to help us out. Anyway, so that's the end of another Sandmans Tackle Time. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did making this. Whoever wins this, I hope you have some great pleasure with it and it makes your life a lot more simple. So you take care out there, be safe, and I'll see you all on the next episode of Sandmans Tackle Time. Bye bye.